Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Grandma's Little World, and today we are going to be going over the 9 sexiest things that men wear, according to women. So I got on my Instagram story and I asked the ladies, what are the most attractive and sexiest things that you think men wear? And the ladies did not disappoint. They gave us some great answers, and they were exactly what I thought they would be. So without further ado, let's get into it. Of course, you should absolutely wear what you like and what makes you feel most confident. But after all, I am your YouTube stylist who offers a woman's perspective, which is exactly what I'm going to give you today. I also will point out that although a lot of people submitted the same things, there were some outliers across the board. So that just goes to show that regardless of what you wear, there's going to be a girl out there who is into it and who likes your style. I don't think you should dress a certain way to impress a group of people that, wouldn't even like the real you per se. So regardless of what you wear, what you like, there's going to be women who are attracted to it, regardless of what it is. So just something to keep in mind. Number 1, and by far, the most submitted response was a suit. And that is because a suit for a man is equivalent to the little black dress for a woman. Every single guy should have one. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you're doing. Every guy needs a suit that specifically makes you feel like $1,000,000. A suit makes you look distinguished. It makes you look like a gentleman. Like you have your life together. A suit just really is a way to shout success without shouting about your success, right? So dress to impress a suit is a great way to do this, and always gets the attention of the ladies. I love a suit. Most of the responses I got were also from women saying they love a suit. So just trust me on this. Number 2 is button-downs and linen shirts. So I combined them here because button-downs and linen shirts got a pretty equal amount of the two of these. And specifically here, a lot of women also said with the sleeves rolled up, so a button-down or a linen shirt with the sleeves rolled down gives a totally different look and vibe than if you were to roll the sleeves up. I think that rolling up the sleeves just gives a very effortless, carefree, I'm cool and I don't need to prove it type of vibe, which we can all appreciate. This was my second most submitted response for a good reason. I love this one. I have told you guys 1,000,000 times, and probably every single fashion video that I've ever done, that women love when a man rolls his sleeves up and specifically just wears a dress shirt or a button down or a linen shirt, something of the sorts. A lot of girls also mentioned that they love a crisp dress shirt or button down underneath the suit jacket. Chef's kiss, number 3, was the very simple white t-shirt. Less is more basics. White t-shirt make the best outfits again. Something that I told you guys 1,500,000 times. So many women just said that they love a simple white t-shirt. I think this is one of those things that you absolutely can't go wrong with. No matter who you are, no matter what your style is, no matter where you live, a simple basic t-shirt is going to be a safe option for you. I will say most people said white, but people also said black shirts as well. I think black and white t-shirts are the most versatile, they're the safest options, and something that every guy should have, no matter who you are. Like I mentioned before, these are just going to be kind of a workhorse of your wardrobe. They're great for creating very basic, simple outfits. But again, keep in mind that I think basics make some of the best outfits. And you can't go wrong with just a simple, solid white or black t-shirt. This is a foolproof outfit choice. And just a little bonus tip here for all of you guys. I would recommend going for a crew neck instead of a V-neck number. 4 was fragrance, and fragrance is just the icing on the cake. Fragrance. 2, a well-groomed and well-dressed man. So I understand why so many women said a man should be wearing a fragrance. Finding your signature scent is a great way to stand out. as fragrance is a way to kind of create an experience and leave a lasting impression. If you smell as great as you look, she's going to be going in for that hug time and time again. And remember, here I do want to highlight, because I think this is really important and something that is incredibly misleading when it comes to YouTube, is that a fragrance doesn't make the man, a man makes the fragrance. So just because you're wearing a fragrance that a video titled 10 fragrances that will get you laid says that you should be wearing, that's not true, and that's not going to happen. I just wanted to highlight that because I think it's a very common misconception and kind of just a blatant lie that I see a lot on the internet. So remember, people do things for YouTube clicks, and titles are for getting attention, which a lot of these do. But I just wanted to highlight that because I think it's really misleading. Number 5 is a good watch. A watch is by far my favourite accessory. A good watch for men. I know that I might be a little bit biased by saying that, but it's always been something that I think is really timeless. No pun intended, understated, and just a classic way to add an accessory without overdoing it. It's just a classy accessory that makes you look more mature and put together. It's also a great way to just add a little something to your outfit without being extra or feeling like you're overdoing it with accessories. If you're a guy who is like, I don't really love accessories, I don't want to wear a ring or a chain or anything like that, a watch is a really great accessory to add on. If you're a guy who likes to keep it simple, but still wants to look nice, classy, and put together, that leads me into my next accessory here at number 6, which was a chain. I'm going to be a chain honest. I totally saw this one coming after all of the chain talk on TikTok. I knew that a lot of those would be submitted to me on Instagram as well. This is a very simple accessory to add on an outfit that really does pack a punch and often gets noticed a lot by women. I especially love these in the summertime with kind of an effortless type of look, maybe a Cuban collar or a loose button down, something like that, that just really gives off, stylish, cool guy vibes. I think a chain definitely gives off a certain vibe. I mentioned on my story one time that a chain can sometimes give off an F-boy. I will ruin your life type of vibe, so be wary when it comes to these, but the girls do like them. Number 7 is a strong shoe game, specifically here. White strong, shoe game, sneakers, loafers, and boots were my top 3 most submitted responses when we're talking about a sneaker. Here, a white sneaker is a great way to tie together a very relaxed, casual outfit. I think a lot of girls like the white sneaker because it's very versatile. It looks, elevated in a way without being fancy. You can dress these up or down a little bit better than you could a different pair of sneakers. But regardless, maybe you're a sneakerhead and you're way past the white sneaker thing and you like to wear some, crazy customized whatever it is. You wear whatever you like. I think just having nice sneakers and taking care of them is really important. A loafer gives off that classic, timeless, I've got my life together type of look, which women obviously love. It's old school preppy and honestly just one of my all-time favourites specifically here. I think it's fitting to mention since it's June, after all that, these are really great in the summertime. It's a nice way to look a little bit more elevated and put together without committing to a, stuffy dress shoe with a thick sock or something like that. You can wear a loafer with no shoe socks or you can go with no socks at all. Again, I know I've mentioned this before, and a lot of you feel very strongly about not wearing socks. So again, it's totally up to you. But just know that this is a really great option for the warmer months in the summertime. Generally speaking here when we're talking about shoes, one of the first things that women notice about you when they first meet you is your shoes. And I know that seems silly, but after your face, I think your shoes is a place that we often gravitate towards because your shoes can say a lot about you. Make sure you're taking care of them. Just try to keep them clean and tidy. And know when it's time to retire an old pair of shoes that maybe don't look that good anymore. Number 8, we've got layers. And this is another one that I absolutely knew was going to make the layers. Cut a stylish jacket thrown on effortlessly over a t-shirt and a dark pair of denim. You're coming home with me. I also want to mention that reference is from TikTok. If you didn't understand that, there you go. Layers are just a great way to show that you have good taste and create a whole new look, whether it be a bomber, a leather, or a wool coat. In the winter, you cannot go wrong with adding a stylish layering piece. And the style you choose here should obviously be dependent on the season that you're in. And your personal style, if you're going out in the summertime, obviously you wouldn't want to wear a wool jacket. You would sweat and probably have a heat stroke. Maybe you would choose a light denim jacket instead, or a nice little overshirt with a t-shirt underneath. Something very lightweight and simple that's going to make sense for the environment that you're in, right? So make sure that you're thinking about this when you're pairing up options and thinking about the layering piece that you want to rock. And number 9, a small detail that women 100 notice your underwear. Specifically here, the Your underwear boxer brief. This is the one that women love the most. This is just a fact at this point. Ladies love a boxer brief. They look good under your clothes. They look good with no clothes. Win-win situation. You cannot go wrong with the boxer brief. I think that these are, without a doubt, the superior underwear option. I know that's probably weird coming from me, but just trust me on this one. All right, guys, that is all I have for 9 of the sexiest things that men wear according to women. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Again, I do think you should wear what you like and what you feel confident in. But it's always nice to just hear a woman's perspective. That's why a lot of you are on my channel, so I feel obligated to provide that for you if you haven't already. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram, Courtney, Christine, Courtney, Ryan, @Courtney, Kristinarian. Ryan, I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. And if you want to participate in future videos like this one, where I get on my stories and I ask you to submit responses for videos, that's a great way to interact with me, and do that as always. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Music.